WXII 12 News at 4:30 starts right now.
High tension as some Senate Republicans and President Trump can't see eye to eye. We have details on how the president plans to move forward after his recent public address this week. Plus, a teenager in court today after being accused of killing 2 people. We'll have the details about the murders and what his relationship was with one of the victims. And a man on the run in North Carolina, and the police may not be a match for him. Coming up, why officers say he might be better armed than they are. Good morning. It's Thursday at 4:30. I'm Brianna Connor here with meteorologist Brian Slocum.
Good morning, darling.
It was the kind of morning that I drove in with the windows down, the radio up. It's nice out.
It's still a little on the humid side. I think this time tomorrow will feel better. I was
Really?
expecting the humidity to drop
Even
some
better?
more. Yeah, looking even better. We're still dealing with some clouds, a little bit of wet weather in the area, probably through noontime or so. This is an 18-hour radar loop. We had a broken line of showers and storms come in relatively early in the afternoon. Not everybody saw the rain. The secondary line developed across the south a little bit later in the evening, but produced some lightning, some good rains, a few flood advisories. Other than that, it got through without too much of an incident. Again, a few lingering showers that could just pop up overhead will still be a possibility through about lunchtime or so. But we're starting to see more of a northeast wind developing, and that's going to start to dry the air out some. We're still holding on to the heat, mainly because of the cloud cover, but dew points are running a bit high across really the I-40 corridor in points south. It has dried out and feeling a little more comfortable in areas like Galax and from North Wilkesboro up toward Patrick County and the city of Stewart, but still pretty moist air is in place for now. But the wind has shifted. It's more of a northeast wind, and it's just a matter of time now to try to squeeze that moisture down to the south. I've kept the rain chance in early on, including the 9 a.m. time frame. Not sure why it's not showing up there. We have some clouds this morning. Those will gradually thin out too. Temperatures will be in the lower 80s today. We had a high of 89 degrees yesterday, and some very comfortable weather will start to set up this evening. Good night to sit out on the porch or on the patio as temperatures try to cool down a bit more. So we can see we have more of that northeast flow coming in. The humid air, we're on the cusp of that still, but dry air is on the way. We're also watching the tropics. Harvey is a tropical storm again, and now in the Gulf of Mexico. It's got its crosshairs on Texas. We'll talk about the timing of that and what you need to prepare for coming up in just a bit.
Looking ahead right now, a teenager will be in court today after being accused of murdering 2 people. Deputies arrested Sean Tyler Simmons in connection with the murders of his father and another man. A spokesperson for the Guilford County Sheriff's Office says Simmons killed his father Brian and another man Barry Rogers with a shotgun. So far, deputies don't know what Simmons' motive was. Neighbors say they are relieved by the arrest, though.
I'm at ease to know that there's not a killer on the run, but I'm sad for my neighbor, as well as his son.
Police charged Simmons with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He's currently in the Guilford County Jail with no bond. We'll keep you updated on this story as we get more information. And happening now, police are searching for a man in Gaston County who was armed better than the cops. He's apparently on the run. Roundlow police near Gastonia had Juan Sebastian in a patrol car on Wednesday. Somehow, they say, he found a way to unlock the car with his bare feet, open the door, and hop out. Officers were at Sebastian's house because neighbors had complained about him shooting off a gun. At the house, police say they found 6 or 7 fake driver's licenses, 4 social security cards, and thousands of dollars in cash and weapons. They say he was better armed than the officers looking for him. Police believe Sebastian may be connected to a criminal organization. They also think he got a ride after busting out of that police car. Burlington police say this couple may be connected to an 84-year-old man's disappearance. Officials in Virginia accuse the 2 of also shooting a woman out there. Harold Simpson was reported missing on Friday. Earlier this week, police found his pickup truck near Charlottesville, Virginia. It was also near the shooting. According to police, the couple and Simpson were neighbors in Burlington. Simpson's family is still looking for him. Investigators believe Castorina and Dawson got away in a white pickup truck with the North Carolina license plate DHN 5418. The 2002 Dodge Dakota belongs to the woman who was shot in Virginia. This morning, a triad murder suspect is back in court. 20-year-old Samad Dawson was extradited from Philadelphia on Wednesday. He's accused of killing Kimiko James. James was found shot in a car near a dorm on North Carolina A&T University's campus in April. He died later on at a hospital. James was not an A&T student. Police say they don't have a motive behind this killing. And in Virginia, police have arrested a Greensboro man in connection with 10 business robberies over the last 3 months. 34-year-old Daryl Watkins faces numerous felonies. Police say they arrested him after finding a car he allegedly stole in Greensboro the day before. He's currently being held in the Fairfax County, Virginia Detention Center with no bond. You're seeing 8 locations on this map because he's accused of robbing 2 of those places twice. Duke Energy faces a class action lawsuit over compensation of coal ash. The suit specifically focuses on the fact that the utility is offering money to certain residents if they promise not to sue over potential contamination. The suit argues Duke Energy is making residents agree to unfair terms in exchange for permanent drinking water sources. Duke Energy has promised $5,000 and to pay water bills for 25 years if a homeowner signs the agreement. The suit wants Duke Energy to drop that language. In Charlottesville, yet another incident surrounding the statue of Robert E. Lee. The statue was covered with a tarp as a way of showing the city is in mourning for the death of Heather Heyer. She was killed when a car smashed into a crowd protesting a white nationalist rally earlier this month. Hours later, a disabled veteran tried cutting through the tarp while screaming it was a desecration. Police stopped the man from completing his task, but he shouted about his opposition to having the statue covered.
This is a desecration, and this needs to come down. Okay? This cover needs to come down. Now, if the city was so adamant, why are we not having a public referendum and vote over this?
Charlottesville City Council voted to cover the Lee statue and another Confederate statue of General Stonewall Jackson. Up next this morning, a man put out of a courtroom for an attempted attack on an alleged suspect. We have details about how things got out of control so quickly. Plus, he's wanted for murder and bank robberies. Up next, details on how a North Carolina man was caught and what's next for him. It's 4:37. You're watching WXII 12 News.